Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. Going to the post office, doing the usual rounds today. Post office. This is all I sold over the weekend. 3 things here. It's a really slow weekend, very slow. First slow weekend in a long time. That's a computer motherboard, and then there's 2 other small ones, like some washing machine knobs and another small part. Very small sales, but that motherboard was $100 though. It was just a PC motherboard, so I sold that. But it was really slow. The other thing I did over the weekend is I worked on my scrap. I've been collecting a whole bunch of scrap here, furnaces and hot water tanks, and my shop called me 3 times last week, and so I went and collected it all. And yeah, so I got a good load here. I have to go to the scrapyard right now. It's pretty good. Full. Just gonna put a strap on that furnace right there, and then rock and roll. Yeah, unfortunately, I did a whole bunch of footage over the weekend and last week. I've been testing out this new microphone that goes onto the GoPro 5, and it works sometimes and it wasn't working other times. So most of my footage is useless because there's no sound at all. So I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna start from scratch. It didn't miss too much. I was taking apart a whole bunch of stuff, you know. I took apart some central air conditioners, and I did a whole bunch of copper brass. Look at that brass. Some I took apart like a boiler unit. You know, one that had these big brick in there. That's 7 pounds right there. That's a good copper brick. A whole bunch of other nice copper down there. Got a whole bunch of nice copper number 1. And yeah, so I'm getting pretty close to doing a non-ferrous run, which I haven't done any in a while. Bunch of cast aluminum down there. That's just like Christmas lights and other stuff. Yeah. And these are a bunch of electric motors I've been working on. A lot of them there. Yep, so, oh yeah, insulated wire too. So, scrapyard, and then go back to my shop again, because they called me again for more stuff that I have to pick up from them. And then post office, and we'll check out the drop-off bin after that. I just picked up all of that scrap at my shop here. They gave me 2 furnaces, an air conditioner, central air conditioner, and the air conditioner plenum too. The AC coil, I don't know what to call those things. AC coil that goes inside of your furnace, they gave me that thing too. So aluminum copper rads. Yeah, good little haul that they gave me here. Just backing up to this dumpster here that's in this industrial park, because it looked like someone dumped a metal bathtub. More than likely it was, you know, someone who just dumped this here hoping to get rid of it. Let me show you. I'm going to throw it in the back of the truck. I left a little bit of room for this tub, so I should be able to fit it. A bathtub. Dumpster is full. Well, the post office was closed for lunchtime, so we'll have to do that later, some other point in time. But I don't want to have to wait too late, because it was going to be, whole radio is going crazy. Big freezing rainstorm. Freezing rain is coming. Ah! They always do that. Always panic. So, but whoa, looks like some stuff here at the drop-off bin. All right. Looks like a table saw. Check that out. Let's see what we have here. Table saw. That's an old scale. That's pretty cool. That might be eBayable. Really heavy stuff. And I'll show you guys real quick here, and then I'll turn off the camera. That is a, looks like it's just a regular DVD player back there. There's that. Down there, I can definitely tell that's my friend that drops this stuff off. He's always fixing stuff and tinkering around and taking stuff apart. Then he drops off all the steel for me. So that's all that stuff. That there's aluminum. Well, I might leave the TV today, but I'll try and take everything else. And yeah, I think I'll put this scale up in the front of the truck with me. I like that. It's really old. I'm gonna start driving home now, taking the back roads. Just wide open. Wide open farmland. So yeah, from this town I can take the back roads, and it's all dirt road. So yeah, sometimes I just like going this way. You know, it's just a bit more peaceful. But this truck here that I'm driving, it was my first truck ever. I love this truck so much. It's gonna be hard to break up with it. I mean, it's in the bed, in the back. There's actually some squishy spots in the bed where you can push down, and it feels like rotted wood. Like it just, when you step on it. And the cab corners are all rotted out. The rocker panels are pretty much rotted out. There's rust going up through the doors. There's rust on the wheel wells. It kind of looked like this when I bought it. And I bought this truck about 4 years ago for $900. $900. It's awesome. Like I've made so much money with this truck, and I've saved so much money with this truck. Of course, I've done so many repairs to it. Can't even remember all the repairs I've done, but I've done a lot. But yeah, I mean, you can't keep going forever. The other thing is that, yeah, the rust, the body is horrible, but I have my front shock absorbers are shot. They need to be replaced. They're totally broken. And that's why I'm getting uneven wear on the tires. So I priced that out. I could probably get a pair of shock absorbers to my house for about 180 bucks. And then I would have to install it, and it doesn't look, all the hardware is so badly rusted, I would have to drill it all out or something. So there's that, and then the back brakes are sticking. The drum brakes, I would have to replace those too. So I mean, it all adds up, you know. I would probably need to put, I don't know, maybe let's just say $400 to $500 in parts just to get this thing, you know, keep this thing going. And then there's the body, which the body is just falling apart. And this is what the load looks like today, boys. Heavy scrap metal. Scrap metal claim. Ew! Sorry, that's the best I can do. The scrapyard today was $67 in shreddable steel. And I have a truck full of scrap right now. I'm going to work on that tomorrow, I hope. Except it's going to be raining all day. It's going to be a really yucky day tomorrow. Tonight, it's like freezing rain all night. And tomorrow, it's going to be just rain. So, I don't know. I should get to it too, though. Gotta get working on some stuff. I really don't have much to list right now. I mean, I think that I have some stuff outside, but it's freezing rain right now. I'll find some stuff. I've been doing, I'll show you what I have been doing. Refrigerator bins. Except I have not been really selling anything in terms of refrigerator bins. I still have all of these up for sale. All that. These things here. These things are just really heavy. I'm trying to sell those for $50 each, but they're big box and big heavy glass. Oh well. I'm gonna keep going on these refrigerator parts, and hopefully some people will pick them up. Same with that, you know, I was just gonna make a listing for that, but again, that's a giant box. I was even looking at it like, man, I don't even know if that'll be worth it for me to ship in the end. Same with this, you know, that's an awkward sized box. That's a piece of glass. It's like a glass shelf from a fridge. These things are a little bit better, but this one here I'm only listing it for $20, and then these ones here, a little bit more than that. I have 2 of those and 1 of those. Hey guys, I just sold this remote control for 20 bucks. $20, and they paid 29 same price for the shipping too. It's going to Ontario, so it must be a little bit remote. Yeah, this is just regular remote control for Star Choice, I believe. Yeah, Star Choice, Motorola remote control. I gotta love these remote controls, and often they come really dirty. So what I do is I clean them up, and to clean them, you take them apart. Maybe you can see some of the marks there on the edge. That is from like a flathead screwdriver, and I pry apart, you know, both parts, and it's just, you can just pull the whole thing apart. And then you're left with this rubber membrane, this plastic rubber membrane. And what I do, I just take that to the kitchen sink and I just wash it all and scrub it with soapy water, warm soapy water, and I get all the crud off of it. And then I take the 2 plastic parts, like this side and this side, and I take that and I do the same thing. I just totally wash it with a brush with soapy water. Gets it really nice and clean, and then I sell them. And I think I've showed you before on a different video how to test these things. It's quite easy. Different ways you can test them. But as for the circuit board, I don't do anything to the circuit board. You know, I don't clean that off or anything. But yeah, man, I sell them. I wouldn't say a lot, but every once in a while I'll get one. It's easy 20 bucks. All right, this one's for the scrappers. You guys may not have thought about reselling this before. Maybe you can guess what it is. So this is a shield jacket from an central air conditioner. So this is like, I guess what it does, it's like a sound shield, but it's also a blanket for the pump itself. Don't know exactly sure what it will do, but it's insulated, so maybe it insulates it from the cold or something. Anyways, I sold it $25. $16 for shipping. Yeah, so that's just from essential air conditioners. That just goes onto the main main compressor, and often I find them and they're just, you know, either burnt, they have a big burn mark on them from being overheated, or a mouse has gotten into them and chewed it all up, or squirrels and stuff like that. And so they're often, I find them really just completely destroyed. So I can understand why someone would want to replace them. And I've sold one before, actually. This is the second one I've sold, a heat shield like this shield. But yeah, so I'm going to start to, if I find them and they're still in good condition, I'm going to start to, you know, collect them. It's just that this one came with a code on it. So okay guys, you ready? Well, here, someone has to pull it off for me.
I'll do it.
You gonna do it, Spencer? Okay, ready? Oh. I use magnets, hold everything on. Watch this, it's gonna be a big one.
Look, Mommy!
Cool. Well, that was good to, so I didn't have to scrape off the truck.
The hood is absolutely frozen though.
Oh, the hood, yeah. I just pulled out all the steel, all the scrap out of my truck and just dumped it here. I have a feeling this saw still works, you know, because when I got that from my drop-off bin, you know, because he took care to leave all the hardware and tape it all up. So I'm pretty sure that would still work, but you know, I don't want to try and resell it or anything. I'm just going to bring it in for scrap. These things are so difficult to take apart, to get that motor out. And this is cast iron, but it's way too difficult to take it apart, not worth your time. Bathtub, air conditioner, and that's from a few days ago. And then I got 2 furnaces as well. So this stuff is going to freeze tonight because right now it's raining and it's pretty mild right now, but everything is going to freeze to the ground tonight because it's going to be below freezing. So I got to get this stuff when I get home. I got a lot of work to do. Got to make this make a shred pile in my truck and bring it all in. Well, it's not turning out to be a pretty nice day. It's a little bit rainy today, but I just went to my shop and they gave me 2 furnaces, and one fell over. Good thing I don't have too much stuff in there because at the drop-off bin here today we got a full house. 1 refrigerator, I like those 2 bins down there. I wouldn't bother with this glass. These look really identical to ones that I just listed. So, is this a GE? It is a, I don't know what that is. Something. Probably Maytag of some sort. So yeah, there's that. Look at the size of this TV. Oh my gosh. This is like a, that's like a 50 or 60 inch, man. That's big. It's a shame. It's a shame that these things just get tossed. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 other small TVs. I have a stove here. Old school Moffett. Pretty neat little timer there. Looks like the handle broke on that. Really old printer. Already kind of taken apart. What is that? Oh, that's some audio mixing equipment. What is this thing? It's too bad it's all wet. Oh, look, it's a little cassette player of some sort. Oh, I'm just getting dripped on my back. It's interesting. Never seen anything like that before. What else? This guy here is a realistic SM 2100. And then down there, it's a Pioneer. Little Pioneer tuner. Look, there's another one here. Equalizer. And then cassette deck. All loaded up. There's the fridge. Stove. This TV, super heavy. I had a hard time getting that thing up. Must be like an older one, you know. It's all metal in the back. One of the older flat screens. Everything's soaking wet though, so it kind of ruins. You know, I don't know if that ruins the components inside or not, but I have a feeling that thing is just totally dead. Little printer here. That's what the board looks like. Has this parallel port right there. Some pretty nice looking gold pins on it. You know, if you're into gold collecting. Other than that, just a whole bunch of shred tin, little motor on the back. These printers really have very little scrap value. But yeah, if you're into collecting gold pins, you may want to take that off. And I'm going to leave these TVs here for now. I just line them back up here because you can see where the plow comes right there. and so he had to skip this part because my fridge was in the way. So I moved everything back a little bit. Took a whole bunch of stuff. And I have some components there in the front. This stuff may just be junk, I don't know. But better to keep this stuff up front in case it is worth something, you know, don't get all too scratched up. Just out here taking this thing apart, and I made a mistake that just wanted to point out, is that if you're looking to resell parts, this is like one of the worst things you can do, is just cut the cord right off and then scrap it. So I was looking at this and I'm like, man, I bet you I could have resold that, but I got so, you know, happy with my wire cutters, and I snipped that right off. You know, so I was thinking, well, maybe I could pull out these wires, you know, strip them back, and then strip back the insulation and connect it to power, and then test this whole mechanism, you know, like that. But I don't know. I think now that I've cut the cord there, it's just harder for someone else to you know, to undo this grommet. And you know, maybe I will actually try it. So yeah, what I'll do is I think I'll just pull these wires out and then strip back the insulation a little bit, and then I'm just going to connect it to power and see if this thing just powers up. And if it does, then I'll sell this whole mechanism, because see, it has the big capacitor in there, has this relay and a reset switch and this switch here. So I think that'd be a good thing to that someone with a table saw or a power tool would want. Yeah, just a bummer that I already cut it off. Oh well. Yeah, lessons learned, you know, because otherwise it would have been nice, this was the power cord leading to the plug. You could have just taken that off and then disconnected it up here at the motor, and then resold the whole cord and everything together as one piece. It's a Mastercraft table saw, or sorry, Sears Craftsman table saw. Everything just froze. This is my front step. Really don't have very much, I don't have any salt or anything to melt this stuff with, so, oh, the joys of winter. Scrap metal day. Bring this to the scrapyard. I did this last night. Let's just load it up. See here, got a lot of stuff in there, really packed it in. Refrigerator, furnace, bathtub, stove. It's all packed in there real nice. I just gotta close this up. I better pull up a bit. Pull back up, I mean. Yeah, this should be a good hefty price. Hopefully this piece doesn't fly out. No, I don't think that's gonna go anywhere. I'll get a bungee on that just to be safe, but yeah, I'm good to go. So yeah, scrapyard today, and that's it. Coming back home, and going to work on some eBay and other stuff. But yeah, not going to the shop or anything like that. But yeah, still have all this stuff in the front seat. I don't know. I don't think that stuff is really worth anything. It's pretty old, but I'll look it up regardless. All done, boys. It's cold one. It's gotten cold again. I don't like that. But it was a good load. What was it? 940 pounds. $76. It's pretty good. I'm trying to remember what I had that was so heavy. And then I think it was just well, it was the bathtub, the fridge, stove. So I guess it's just a heavier load altogether. And I had stuffed in a lot of loose tin too. So I packed it in real good. Going back home now, and I got a couple of things planned in the next couple of days. Probably gonna go buy a new truck tomorrow. Excited for that. Well, it's overdue, I think.